Hi, Kelly. How is everyone tonight? So I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. It's storming here. Hey, it's storming here real bad, and right before my live, all the electricity went off. But it came back on, but it took me a little bit to get connected, so I apologize for being a little bit on the late side. But here I am, ready to go. So, how's the wrestler at your place? Weather, not wrestler. The weather's not that great right now. I'm hoping we make it through the live, but honestly, right before setup, that we lost electricity. It came back on pretty quick, so hopes and prayers that it makes it through tonight. So let's not delay. We'll get started. I decided to pull out the Be Nice stamp set again because we had so much fun with this one last night, creating this precious little card. Right, Kelly? I don't have the rock at my house, but it would be nice. Although I could be watching it on TV. That's about as close as I'll get. And then I also decided to pull out the wonderful Waterlily. That's almost a tongue twister, man. Okay, so I kind of set up the scene just a little bit before we started, just because I feel like there's going to be quite a bit of coloring related to this video, and we're also going to distress oxide and all the things. So I'm using this bee from Be Nice, and I'm using the word enjoy, these two flowers, and the lily from the wonderful Waterlily set. And look, I spelled it wrong. Wonderful Waterlily set. We're not gotten by the bit. That's right, exactly. So if it goes down, I'll come back up if the electricity, but I'll make a post and let you guys know. But for now, we're gonna just roll with what we got. So I stamped some of the water lilies in both sizes, large and small, to work on our background, and we'll do that in a minute. I also did a few little masks. These are Gina K masking tape that I've already cut out and got them ready for the live tonight. I stamped the enjoy, which we'll use a little bit later, and the lily pad and the bee. Hello, Cheryl. I'm good. I'm real good. We have bad weather, but I'm good other than that. So we're praying for the best. So this is my sticky pad that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to stick the bee and the lily pad on here because I'm going to color them, but I've already die cut them. I'm going to use my espresso to kind of press them down so we can get started. I figured out how to go into landscape mode again. I know last night we had trouble, so I'm certainly excited about that. I also used the premium craft paper that we have in the shop. We're going to try coloring this and that on the craft paper. I feel like the stark white will stand out too much in the idea I have for this card, so I chose the craft since we tested it recently and it works really great with Copics. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to zoom in so you can really see my bee tonight. I've already chosen some colors. We're going to do the bee first so we can get him a little out of the way. So last night we used W's. Tonight we're going to use C's. So these are the C's I have chosen from C4 all the way to C8. I've chosen a little bit different on the yellow for the bee as well, because I also want to use it on the flowers. So we're going to use these 4 on the bees, and then we'll use all 5 of these later on the if we need to on the flowers. So I'm going to use 17, 15, 13, and 11 for my little bee. And you'll be able to see what number I am because I'll place the caps here. So I'm going to start with yellow tonight. We all know I, didn't have a great time with that last night, starting with the black. I used two mementos this time. I used tuxedo black and olive green, olive grove. So I used olive grove on the lily pad because it'll be green, and then I used black on the bead, tuxedo black. So just so you know, I did that before we started. And now I'm going to start with my little bee. I missed last night. I didn't know you were home. Sorry. I have to watch the replay later tonight. Yes, we made this card, so I'll give you a little heads up. This is what we did last night. So if you want to, it's in the group and it's on Facebook and YouTube, so you can check it out there. Hi, Jamie. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to put some of the shadow areas in here on my little bee. And we're going to see how it goes. Yes, I'm using craft paper again. I think I have an addiction to this craft paper now. I can't help myself. I'm so stinking excited that I like the way it looks. You're a craft junkie now. I am a craft junkie now. So Y15 is next. So I was watching The Greatest Showman before the electricity went out and I started my live. We're supposed to have storms until till midnight, so, but we were watching a movie prior to this. This seems to happen on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We always have to stop our movie in the middle and then catch it up after the live. So I am on Y13 right now. And then Y11 is the last one. It looks a little dark when you first color on the craft paper, but it brightens up and looks super cute once it gets dry. I like it. I think it'll stand out once we get the black in there. But we'll see. Okay, so we're going to start with C8. And we're going to color this part, our shadow area, a little bit back here, a little bit shadowed by his wings, a little bit on his lower belly. And then I want to put a little bit up here, but I don't want to make his face too dark, so I'm just going to put a little bit, and maybe a little bit on the back side. I don't want to put too much dark. Oh, can you not hear me? Did the sound go out? Someone tell me if you can hear me. Okay, Michelle has sound. Oh, that's good. Okay, I'm a little bit worried that maybe I lost something. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Paula. Thank you for letting me know. So I'm using the second shade in my black combination, which is C7. Yeah, it's raining like cats and dogs. We have flash flood warning, so now it's frozen. Oh, kidding me. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm so sorry. C6 is next. It probably is me, but I hope not. I hope you guys can hear me and can watch the video. We are going to put a little bit of rosy cheeks on him again this time like we did last night, because I feel like he needs it. Hi Lena. I'm also going to put just a little bit in here over his nose. I kind of like it there. And then I'm going to get my R11 for the cheeks. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that in. Not too much, but just a little bit. And then I'll probably come back in and put a little more after I go over the other colors. It froze for you. When you comment, it freezes. So weird. That's very disappointing. It looks like it's going strong for me, what I can see on the video, on the TV that I have it cast to. Hi Judy. Nope, keeps freezing no matter what. Oh my goodness. Did you try going all the way out and coming back in? It seems some people are all good and some people are not. It's probably the stinking weather. Or it's Facebook. Okay, C4 is next. So we're going to finish off his little face with the C4. And then we're also going to come back in real quick and add just a little bit more to these little rosy cheeks. This R11. I think it'll be just enough to give him some cute little cheeks. I don't want it to be standout pink, but just a little bit. He's so cute. See, I think he's my favorite bee tonight. For those that watched last night, bye Jamie. I haven't been sleeping well either, so with you. Those who have been watching me for a while, you know that last night I said whenever I color a bee from this set, it's my favorite one for the moment. I love them all, but I tend to like whichever one I chose to color for that night becomes my favorite. That the mat is so cool. Thanks. Same to you, Jamie. Okay, so I'm going to use C1 and BG10 for the wings. So I want them to have a little bit of gray, but I also want them to have a little bit of like a blue-green color to them, because I think that'll make them stand out. So BG10. It looks really dark when you first color on the craft paper, but then it lightens up as it dries. I think I might go up just a little bit in my C color, like maybe to C3, just for a little bit of shadow, because I don't think you can really see any in there, and I want to kind of see a little bit of shadow in his wings. There we go. That's helpful. Hi Kim. And then I'm going to go to BG10, and I'm just going to put a little bit more of that in here since I used a darker gray, just to kind of give it a little bit more oomph. No worries that you can't see it too well, because we're going to use the white gel pen and the shiny pen again tonight, the clear pen. We're going to use both of these tonight, so if I get them out, I won't forget. Okay, so now we're going to swap over to our green colors to work on our lily pad. And I have YG67, YG17, YG25, YG03, and YG21. I normally make lily pads pretty dark green, but tonight it's going to be much lighter. I know my screen says that too, but the people commenting are way more than 2, so I don't really know what's up with that. But it's been kind of telling me the wrong counts for a while now, so I just don't pay attention to it. I just hope somebody's listening to me while I'm talking. Okay, I'm going to flip this around just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and start on this lily pad. So I'm gonna start from this center right here, and I'm gonna just start putting some brush strokes here, and I'm gonna kind of go all the way around. I kind of want it to look like it's rounded with some dark center on there. This little mat is amazing, but it is a bit challenging to turn around on the screen. Yeah, I have no idea how many people are watching, but hey, I can keep talking to everybody. I don't mind. I'll just keep talking and hope somebody's watching. Hope somebody cares what I had to say. I want to leave some little like darkness around the outside just to kind of show. And I'm not really sure if this green ink was a good idea, but if it's not, we'll go around the outside when we get done. I was just wanting to test it out, so I did. I tested it, and we'll know soon if it is a fail. If it doesn't look good when it's done, we'll adjust accordingly. And I'm just making some little dark areas where the lily pad might be bending or might have some worn out parts on it. I'm also going to add another one that of my own over here, just a little bit.
Yeah, the video looks good on my Facebook.
Huh?
The video looks good on my Facebook and sound.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you. All right. Now I'm going to use YG 17, and I'm just going to start extending from where I put those last colors. Now this is going to be a much lighter lily pad than I would imagine to see in the water, but I just, you know, it's my lily pad. I can make it light or dark or whatever I want. Just like when it's yours, you can do the same. So brush strokes, not with any real rhyme or reason. The next color is the one that will go all the way around the outside with it, because it's the mid-tone, the middle one, the true color. So we're just starting with the darker shading first, and then we'll go from there. I might want to go just a little bit further on this side. There we go. Liking it so far. It's not real blended, but I'm okay with that. It says 3 people. We accumulated another person. Yay! Yay! Thank you for coming back, Kelly. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now we're going to start with the YG25. This is our 3rd color in the combination, so it's going to get used a lot more. And you'll notice it changes the tone a little bit to a yellow green. I'm going to move my markers to this side so you can see them, and so I can move this around. So I think it'll be easier for me to get the direction I want if I can move it around. All my stuff is falling everywhere. I guess I could take it off the mat. I could probably do it without the mat on there, without it being on the mat, but I like using the mat. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. I like it. Hi, Sandra and Sharon. Hi, everyone. Thank you for popping on. Just forewarning, we have storms right now, so if we have any, if it drops or anything, you'll know nothing happened. I just lost electricity, so we're hoping for the best, we're doing the live anyway. I'm just going to take this sticky off so I can turn this around. My hand will stick to the mat. I'm okay with that. We also have frogs in the shop too, and they would look awesome with this lily pad, I think. Now we're going to go from the inside out. Starting to build those vein lines in this lily pad. That's my intent. We'll see how it turns out. Stick with me and you'll get to see how it turns out. I'm going to go back over here and add a few more. I feel like it needs a few more. I have about 4 or 5 of these sticky mats because they're only $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. So if I put my hand all over it, oh well. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with getting another one out and opening it up. I am a-okay with that. Thank you. So you guys are liking it so far. That's excellent. I made a super cool project last night with the, I mean not last night, but over the weekend with the voodoo dolls. It was exciting. Just a croissant too because I think I'm hungry. Are you hungry? My hubby made tacos tonight, so I am not hungry. They were really good. I was super happy. This is the second to the last color, so we'll get some of this in here and then we'll go over it with the lightest color last. It's going to be significantly lighter, so I'm going to use it more in the center parts to kind of highlight. So if you're noticing that some of the craft isn't getting colored, that's why, because I'm saving it for the last one. But it's coming together nicely. I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out right now. When you're doing something like this, it doesn't have to be rhyme or reason. Nothing is like specifically, you know, perfect in nature, so I'm okay with that. I don't focus too hard on making it look, you know, soft or smooth or anything in this case, of course. YG21 is the last color, and this one I'm going to use back and forth in the lightest areas kind of quickly, unless I need to go back. But I think when it dries, it's going to be perfect. So we're just going to do a quick back and forth just to get that real light color in there a little bit. I don't want to lighten up the image, so I just want a little bit here, a little bit there. There we go. I think I like one more little swipe right there. I like it. I think it came out cool looking. All right, we also want to do the little stem of the little flower that he's sniffing. He's coming off my mat. I'm going to skip colors because I only want to use 3 colors. So I'm going from YG67 to YG25. I skipped the other color. And then we're going to tip the bottom with that YG21. I just put the wrong cap on the wrong end. Just for a teeny bit right here. And then we're just going to go over that, giving us a little bit of green in there. I love it. Okay, so I'm happy with my lily pad for right now, and I'm even happy with the fact that it has green on the outside. I'm in the end, I'm happy with that color. I do see 2 things. I need to do the leaves, the petals on the little flower that he's sniffing. So we're going to use purple. So we have V09. And then of course we're going to skip 17 and go straight to V06 because I only need 3 colors for this little bitty area. I'm going to go straight into V06. I think this is part of the flower. And then that back there is part of his wing. And then V12 will be next to keep that tips of that flower really light. And now he's got him a cute little purple flower. I think I'm going to back up one and add some V15 because I feel like we need a little bit darker. I want it just a tad bit. But that's a personal preference, so if you're following along, you can do it however you want. So our bee is done and our lily pad is done. And now we have to start working on the background. So I just put this plastic back on my sticky pad. And then I just put it away for next time. And then one thing I see that's bothering me just a little bit, I have my little mat right here, and there's a little spot on here that's supposed to be not there, I guess, if you will. And it's this little square right here, so I'm just gonna cut this out real quick. I know it's a little bit on the, you know, crazy side, but it'll make me happier in the end. There we go. So I think that looks better. I like it without the tan color showing through right there. So we have, he's gonna actually be standing on the lily pad. That's why we did the lily pad. And now we're gonna put our little guys aside and we're gonna pull out the background that I stamped earlier. So this is the background that I wanted to work with. These are masks that we're going to use a little bit later when we oxide some water around here. Water-ish. And now we're going to color these flowers. And I want to do the 2 big ones just purple, and the 3 small ones are going to have yellow and purple. I know, I can't wait to see you at the expo. I just love all of your stuff. You know, Sandra, I took pictures the other night. I made a clutter caddy, and I used this Sassy Club stamp set, the Friday the 13th guy and the Freddy Krueger and the whatever, for my daughter for her desk at work because she loves all that stuff. And I took pictures because I wanted to show you what it looked like. So I need to send those to you so you can see. So I'm making the 2 largest ones just purple, and then the other ones will be a mixture, so you'll be able to see the yellow and the purple blend together. So we're starting off with the darkest shade just to get us some shadow in there. And we'll cover the center parts, but I'm pretty sure we're going to do that with dots. We're going to make centers with the dots. I've already pulled them out so we can choose the dot color, but I'm thinking maybe white, but we'll see. We'll see if that looks good when we get done. I took pictures of every side of the clutter caddy. For those of you who don't know what the clutter caddy is, it's like this, so it holds all your clutter on your desk. And I made one for my daughter for her new job on her desk, but I used Sassy Club stuff. Oh, awesome. Yeah, the bees are super fun. But yeah, I have a couple I need to pick up from you. I think I'm missing the other Halloween villain guys. Like, I have Chucky and but I think you had another set that you were sold out of at the show, so I need to get those as well. So I hear you. We shop in each other's booth. We all need clutter caddies, right? But you can use it for so much more than that. It's just, that's what I use mine for because I really like it on my desk. It's so handy. I always know where my little things are because I just put them right back in my clutter caddy. But you could use it for lots of other things. It's gift box or like somebody said, baby shower gifts. You can put onesies in it, roll them up and put them in it. Stuff like that is super handy. So much you can do with it. But it was originally designed for the junk on your desk. Hi, Colleen. Okay, so now we have two of the flowers with the dark, shadowy purple color. I want their insides to be darkest, and then these outsides are going to be darker. They're just going to be different kinds of lilies. Hello, hello. So starting with the second color, just going to extend out from where I put the first one. You won't really see the amazing color contrast yet until I get to the next marker. The next marker is really going to show that contrast because it's more of a pinky purple, so it's really going to change this up a bit. But for now, we're just going to get some of this in there. I want these flowers to be kind of like different colors, completely different colors, but using the same markers with a few added in. So these two are going to be significantly darker in the end than the other ones. Oh, thanks. I'm so glad you like our flowers. Hey, Mama. I hope it all is well with everyone tonight and that you guys can still hear me. These flowers can look like things other than water lilies if you want. You just, the way that you put them together and do them. But I know I don't do flowers very often with you guys, so that's why I wanted to go ahead and do these, because not because I don't like them. I love our flowers. I love when Jamie makes them, but I just am not good at it. I mean, we can't be good at really good at everything, right? I mean, we can try, but well, good for you. Dale said he can, so good for him. You were quite surprised that I was doing a flower. Hi, Adele. Yeah, I like to throw you guys off a little bit every now and then. Now, this was the marker I told you was going to change this up, and it is. And you'll notice right after I put the color in, it's going to change it up a bit. I still want it to be more purple, and I don't want to wash out. I like that texture that we have going on in there, so I'm not going to spend much time on the paper with these colors. just doing them in long, broad brush strokes. That's kind of the key. The longer you leave the marker on the paper, the more saturation you're going to get and the more it's going to blend together. I don't want to do that in this one, so you'll notice that I'm not leaving it on the paper very long. I want to get that color in there, but I don't want to overdo it. Yes, I'm doing flowers on craft paper, and thank you, Michelle. I'm better if they're on paper and I can color them. I'm just not all that talented on the 3D flower making. I usually leave that up to Jamie and Tyler and all them who are really good at it and kind of amazing at it. I just leave it for them. But I try to find cool ways that I can use the stamps on the paper. And this was a perfect one for that. Now look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love it. The colors are amazing. Yes, I love this color combination, and I had an inkling it might be good for this flower. So even though I used a little bit of this purple last night, I thought, this is going to be good for the flower, and I really like it. It's got a wow pop factor, doesn't it? There are a few of these, I call them magic markers, that just make everything look wow. This is one of them, this V06, and the other one that I really like is this RV42. Mix those two with colors you wouldn't normally expect, and they just become amazing. Hi, Jody. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But you can tell it doesn't take a whole lot of technique to do this process. It's just those brush strokes and that's it. I mean, there's not a lot of fancy to it. You'd like some of your brush strokes to be really skinny, but they don't necessarily have to be. Kind of up to you. But I knew this process would take us a little while because we have so many of them on here to color. We still have 2 colors left. So the next one's not going to have a whole lot. The last one will be the one that keeps the tips of the flowers really light. So here we go. We're going to get this color in there. Not too much. I don't want to wash out that really bright pink we had in there, because I really like the bright pink. Pinky purple. It's in the purple color family, but so this is just kind of filling up that gap up to the end of the tips of the flowers. You'll notice I'm not going all the way back down into the flower down here. There we go. The last color is going to make it woohoo! Because this marker goes back into those first purples that we used, and the last marker will bring out that wow factor marker. This is just a technique that you learn by using your markers. Like, the more you use them, the more you start trying to find like different colors that blend and mix and come out looking super cool. Okay. Now, last step. Hi, Leah. So the last step when I do flowers like this, and I want to keep the tips really light and I don't want to wash out the dark color I have, I'm going to do this the opposite. So my brush strokes are going to go from the tip of the flower into the flower. It's just switching it up a bit. So this color is just for the tips. And it looks great. I'm super happy with how it's coming out on this craft paper, man. I'm telling you, I am a craft paper junkie these days. You love them? They're so pretty, aren't they? I would love to get purple flowers like this. But then again, you guys know I love purple. And Friday, I get my hair colored freshened up, my purple freshened up. So I will be good to go for Sacramento and Ontario. Woohoo! I need to get my nails done though, not gonna lie. They look terrible and they're too long. So I'm hoping to get them done tomorrow, but I've had a lot of work to do at my, like at my other job. So I haven't had a chance to get over there yet. So might have new ones tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe. Assuming you guys are liking these flowers. If the fluorescent purple was a brighter fluorescent, it reminds you of an orchid. If the fluorescent purple was a brighter color, I probably would have used that as well, but I'll show you what I mean. So I have a scrap from what I cut the bee out of, this scrap paper. But the fluorescent purple is this color. It's not bright. It's a whole different color than what I was doing here. So that's why I didn't do the tips of the flower in the purple. You'll have to get some craft paper in Ontario. Yes. It's awesome.
Why is that one petal missing artist draw lines?
I'm sorry, what?
Why is that one petal missing artist draw lines?
I didn't draw these.
No, why is it missing?
I didn't draw them.
Oh.
This is the way they were drawn. I did not draw them. So I can't answer why something looks the way it does. Okay, so now we're going to do what I told you earlier, that we were going to do purple with some yellow in it. So I'm bringing my yellow colors out and I'm putting them with my purple blend real quick. I don't know how many yellows we're going to use because I don't want to use a whole lot of yellow, but I want to see if this purple and yellow will blend really well together. So I'm going to start with YR23. I'm going to give it a very dark yellow center. So I'll be putting it like on these ones that are on the flowers that are, the petals that are on top, but not the petals that are underneath, because I don't think that you would see them at this point. So just the petals on top. I just thought maybe it would be fun to add a little bit of yellow since the bee is in yellow. And honestly, one of these is probably going to be covered up a little bit anyway, but we're going to go ahead and color them just because you're going to be in Ontario. Yay! Okay, this one is pretty dark too. It's Y17. So I'm going to keep going on these ones only with this. I'm just deepening that yellow a bit. I'm going to put just a teeny bit inside these. Not much, just a little bit. Doesn't have to be great. We're just deepening up that yellow we want in the center. We're going to be covering it and blending it with the purple, so it's a-okay. There we go. You'll be there Friday and Saturday. Yay! Get to see you guys again. Okay, we're going to do one more color. We're going to do Y15. And just to soften up the edges of where that yellow is, because now we're going to start going into that with purple. I'll be covering up some of the yellow with the purple, and that's an intent. So just pre-warning you. It's almost like an underpainting kinda, but I will be leaving a little bit of the yellow visible. The Memento holds really well on the craft paper as well. I really like that. So no bleeding or anything like that. There we go. They're kind of cool just like that. Okay. Now with the purple colors, I'm going to first start with V12, but I'm probably going to have to go to V15, but we'll see. Here we go. Are you guys ready? So you're going to notice tiny, tiny, skinny little brush strokes. That's what I want. Little ones to get started with the purple. Not going down all the way to this center part right here, which is probably going to be covered up with a enamel dot anyway, so you know, not going to be able to see a whole lot of yellow. This I could see in my head, but I wasn't really sure how it's going to translate onto paper, but we're all going to find out together. Yes, we are. And then I'm going to start something crazy. I'm going to start from the other end of the flower after this step. And come back towards the lightest color. Sounds crazy because that's normally not how I color. We need to break up a few of these little harsh lines here. That's why I'm trying to use the very tip of the marker so I don't get too much in there, so it doesn't get a look funny. You know, I don't want it to look funny. Alright, so there we go. They're way cool, just like that. They are. I like them like that. But we're going to keep going. I want the tips to be really dark, so we have some serious contrast. So we're going to start on the tips with the V09, and we're going to do that just the tips of each one. Not that one because it's off the page. See, each time I finish, we're like, ooh, it looks good like that. But we're going to keep going. At least we know in the future, if we wanted to color it like that, we could. Did you guys hear that thunder? It was loud. It's still storming, but we're rolling along with our stuff, our coloring, even though it's storming outside. And if I feel real energetic, I'll be cutting make and takes when I get done with the live. Otherwise, that's what I'll be doing all day tomorrow. Aren't they awesome looking? I really like them. I might have to do one with just these flowers on it and see how it comes out. Not those two because they have no tip showing. There we go. You thought it was your neighbor and it was thunder, huh? Yeah, it's loud. I'm only going to use a very small amount of this V17. I don't want to put too much of it into the color because the V06 is that pinkish color. I'm going to start bringing just a little bit of that in here. And that's why you put these in here, so you don't knock them over while you're coloring. Hence the amazing color blend stand. And these are really not taking as long as I thought. I mean, we are doing 3 flowers at one time, so that's kind of cool. They look pretty like that too. You don't get a lot of thunder. Oh, you like the purple? Yay! Sometimes it's really loud thunder. We're gonna get waves of storms coming through, and so I think we were just getting a little bit of one going on.
Well, what went through is really the worst part of it.
The worst part, so we're over it. Oh, that's great.
Well, yeah, I mean the rest is just going to be
rain.
Yeah, just rain, nothing major.
Okay, next is that magic color V06. That's the one that put all of that really brightness in those. Here we go. Ready? There's thunder again. Sound like somebody's bowling up there.
It's got a bowling night.
Yep. I'm liking it. Every time I put another color on it, I like it even more. I just feel like this flower needs just a little bit more because of the way it's laying on the other one. So I'm going to add a little bit. Lots of thunder, wind, and rain. No hail, thank goodness. Oh, I know. I hope we don't get any hail either. I finally got my car fixed this week. Luckily, it's in the garage right now, but I don't need any hail messing up my new car color. I don't have a new car. I just got the repairs done to it. I don't know if I admitted live what I did to my car, but I finally got it fixed. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but it's embarrassing to admit. There we go. Oh my goodness. They're just so pretty. Just like that. Okay. V15 is next. Alright, here we go. Ready? These are long, inconsistent brush strokes. Starting to run into that purple that we had on there. Even that's super pretty. Make a cool envelope? Yeah, I bet it would. That's a good idea. I don't usually do much to my envelopes, but I should. I'm lucky to just get my stuff mailed out. I have 2 envelopes on the floor that I need to ship out tomorrow. I get busy and then I forget to put them in the mailbox. I gotta put them on my desk when I go to bed tonight so I don't forget. Whoop whoop, getting there. See, they're the same kind of flower. One's a little bit bigger than the other, but don't they look way different? depending on how you color them, I think they just look so different. So different. You like them? They look amazing. Thank you. I'm super happy with them. And that's what matters, really, because I have to mail them out. It is important that you guys like them, though, because you're watching me do it. But okay, so this is V12. This is the one we started with and went like that. And we're just going to put a little bit of this in here to kind of cover up some of that white. Not all of it, but some of it. I am going to leave these a little bit like significantly lighter than the other ones so that they look different. But we need to kind of blend that just a bit so that yellow looks really good with it. This is the last color, last step. I'm liking it. I hope you guys are liking it too. I might have to do a whole bunch of these because I really like this. I'm super happy. I can't believe these sat on my shelf for so long. I have not made them into Waterlily 3D flowers yet because you guys know I'm scared of that. Hi Terry, but Jamie has, so you can see it on our YouTube how to make these into a 3D flower. But I think they're so pretty, and I love it when the flower can be used as a 3D flower and just by itself. Those are my favorite flowers that we have. Some of them you kind of have to put them together, but there's several of them that you don't have to, and I kind of like that. I think that's super neat that you can use it both ways. It kind of like getting double use out of your stamp sets, which I love, just like I love getting double use out of your stencils. I feel the same way about stamps. All right, last petal. And there we go. Wait, hold up. I got a few white spots here. All right, there we go. See, they're significantly different, but the same flower. I love it. We have yellow in the little ones and not in the big ones. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So, since this is, hi Tammy, since this is actually our, I think I'm going to do it this way. Gonna cover up. I'm trying to decide. I think it needs to be on this one. Okay, so I want to put the lily pad on there, and then the little bee is going to be hanging out on the lily pad. Maybe I want to put the lily pad this way, like he's just hanging out, smelling the flowers. So I want to put some blue in here to kind of make it look a little bit like water. So I chose 3 different colors. Oh, I should zoom out so you guys can see a little better. I chose 3 different oxide colors: Mermaid Lagoon, Lost Shadow, and Speckled Egg. I did not do, I only did 3 masks because I figured I would kind of work on half at a time. Let's see if I can master that. So we're going to take off our little masks, and we can use them multiple times. So I'm going to put this one on here. There's one. I like it when that cut paper is in there. And then we're going to put this one on here. And then we're going to put this one on that one so we can work on this half of the paper first. I could have cut a bunch more, but I figured why when we can just move the mask around. Alright, these are a little bit challenging if it doesn't have that pre-cut on the back. Oh my goodness, I had it. It's so slippery. It's a slippery little sucker. Okay, so this one, you can look at the artist drawn lines to line these up and it makes it super easy. Alright, it's a new product to you. I should show you the product then. It looks like this. It's called Masking Magic. It's Gina K Designs, and it's these papers, and on the back they have one line, so if you stamp over here you don't have that separating line, which is challenging. Okay, so I have Mermaid Lagoon, if I can open it. Mermaid Lagoon. I have Lost Shadow, which is more of a gray. And then I have Speckled Egg. So I want to have some deep blue, but I want to settle it a little with the gray. And then this one will be the in-between. So it's almost like light, medium, dark. Kind of like with Copics. But so I'm going to start out with my lagoon. And I don't know how much ink I have on my thing. So I'm going to tap it on this paper first. And I kind of want to put some deep blue in there, but not too much. So I'm barely touching the paper because I need the deep blue in there and I need some of the light blue around it. Little bit like we did last night with the yellows for the honeycombs. I need some dark blue and some light blue. I want it to kind of show around the flower. Okay, and then I'm going to take the lightest one, a little bit different than Copics, and I'm going to put some light color in here. Ooh, this looks significantly different on, oops, on the craft paper. It's quite interesting. I like it. What do you guys think? You like it? It's pretty cool. Okay, not too much of that. Then we're going to come in with the Speckled Egg, which is more of a blue tone. And that's when I'm going to start doing a little bit of blending with the Blue Lagoon and whatever I called that. Lost Shadow. I lost my head. I couldn't remember. So now we kind of have all the colors in it, which is where I was going for. I'm going to add a little bit more dark in a couple of places. This is just kind of playing with the colors a bit. I don't think we need any more Lost Shadow because I think that one really shows up well. We can put some at the end if we need to. And then I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to take off the large flower. Maybe, if I don't rip it. How about we use my tweezers? There we go. See how pretty? And we're going to move it over to here so we can work on this side. And we're also going to spritz this with water because I need it to look like water. And then I'm going to take this one from this corner and I'm going to put it over this one. So if you feel comfortable, I need to move this over just a little bit. Make sure it covers the whole flower. There we go. So if you feel comfortable with that, you can move your mask around while you're coloring. While you're oxiding and stuff. I'm gonna put a little bit darker here. We're gonna follow that same process, some dark blue and some lighter blue. I actually have a napkin up here I should be using so I don't spread my color all over the place. And there's something on my desk when I shake it. When I color with the marker, it makes a noise. I'm not really sure what it is, so I can't make it stop. Okay, now we're gonna grab the Lost Shadow again and put some of that in. Oh, I really like that Lost Shadow. I don't use it that much because it's gray and I didn't really think, but I like it. Hey! What do you guys think so far? Look a little bit like water or... Oh man, I just put that in the wrong color. That's okay, no worries. You guys just know I'm real. You get what you get. You get me real. All the way real. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And I think it matches the other side. The colors and the blending and everything worked out pretty good on both sides. Okay, so we're gonna close these up because I think I'm done with them for right now. Actually, I think I'm gonna put a little more Lost Shadow in a few spots to make it look really light, because I really like this, and sometimes there's reflection in the water. So I'll put just a little bit of that in there. I'll be careful not to put it over my flowers too much. And then I have a brush that I haven't put any ink on yet, and I'm just going to use it to kind of spread that around a little bit, just so it's a smooth transition. There we go. Okay, now before we keep going, we have to clean off our dust so we don't transfer a bunch of this ink on here, but it's super easy. We just use my Tim Holtz sprayer, and we're going to use that napkin we were using earlier, and we're just going to wipe it off and then dry it with the other side. Now I'm going to leave those on when I spritz it, even though there's not any on those. I think they'll be okay anyway, but I want to spritz the paper because I want to get some like watermarks. So I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm spritzing it and letting the oxide stuff move. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to wipe off the water droplets on my Copics. They'll dry and it'll be fine. And then I'm going to tap this. Oh, they don't work. They don't show up that well on this paper. So we're going to try it again. I really wanted that to kind of drop droplets, but it didn't. So note to self, the craft paper doesn't really oxide as well. It's showing a little bit. You can see the water on it, but it doesn't pop out like it does on white. I can still see it, and I'm glad I did it, but it's not as obvious on that paper. Okay, I'm going to use my tweezers, and I'm going to take these off so you guys can see what the whole thing looks like before we add the other stuff to it. So we have one. Oh, sometimes I want to go oh when I peel these off just because it looks so cool. Here we go, last one. Oh. Oh, so pretty. I like it. I'm super happy with how that came out. Okay, now we have a lily pad, and we have a little guy, a little bee, and we have the word enjoy, which we're going to also put on here. I think we're gonna pop up this little guy. Oh, we should wobble him. Can we wobble him? We should wobble him. He would look like he's hovering. Where are my wobbles? They're usually right here on my desk, and they are not on my desk. They're usually in my little cup, but I'm telling you, my desk is such a freaking mess. Give me just a second. I'll see if I can find it. If I can't find it, we won't wobble them, but I thought they were right here. I found a big wobble. This is not going to help. That is going to be too big. All right, let me look at my desk and see if I moved them in there. You hear me filtering through, shuffling through all my little thingies, all my little blingies. Oh man, you know, the one time I think of wobble and I can't find them. You know, they'll pop out right after the live. So I guess we're not going to wobble them. We'll just pop him up because I can't find it, and I don't want to make you guys sit here and wait. So maybe next time we'll wobble. We'll use pop. We'll use our sweet pops instead. Oh, and you know what? We should put the background on that right away. I did not pick the card base, but I'm going to now. I think it would look awesome. Come on. With this one. Or I have a purple one too that might look okay. No, don't like the purple one. I like the blue. So we're going to use the blue. Hi, Terry. So I'm going to need to do a little bit of trimming because the craft paper is A2 size. So it's a little bit, you can see the white spots now, the water spots a little better now. So we're going to trim this up real quick so we can attach it. So I'm just going to take a little bit of shaving off of each end. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just about 1/8 of an inch on each side to give me that little bit of mat I want. Blue, you like the blue? Yeah, I like the blue too. All right, perfect. So we're going to use our espresso as our bone folder today. I think we need to put this on here before we go popping up a bunch of stuff on it. So I'm going to use my Barely Art glue. You like it? It's going to be a fun card. And it just says enjoy, so you can kind of send it to anybody you want. Let me make sure. Yeah. Wanted to make sure I was putting it in the right direction. I really like this craft paper. I'm not going to lie. Who'd have thunk? Okay, we're going to flip this over. We're going to rub it. Spread all that glue out and get us even distribution. Now we can start putting it together without worrying about getting it on the card. So I think I'm going to spritz the back of this lily pad a little bit. So I just kind of sprayed it to make it wet because I think I want to fold it up a little bit. Give it some dimension. So I'm just going to kind of up and down, just to give us a little bit of dimension on here. I think it will be cute that way. Oh, who knows? But I kind of like it. I think it'll just give it some texture and some, yeah. And then we can just glue it in the center so it's still kind of hanging out. I like that. There we go. I'm just going to take my tool, my picker tool, and just hold it there for a second so it can get a good grip on that Barely Art glue. And then I'm going to take my cute little bee here. We're going to pop him up. I have some small pieces that I had used from, that I had left over on another project, so I'm going to use those now. I'll just cut this in half. We'll put one down here by his legs and one up by his head, just to make sure he gets put on there real good. Let go of my fingernail. There you go. He's perfect. He would have been super cute as a wobble too, but I wouldn't have folded the lily pad if I was going to put him on a wobble. But since I don't know where my wobbles are, he's going to be popped up instead. He's hanging out on the lily pad, smelling the flowers. I might put, I think I'm going to put a pop dot like underneath the bottom part of the lily pad so it's sticking up as well. Let's do it like this. That way it'll just give him a little bit of hold there. I'm going to put a tad bit under his little feet so I can stick his feet down to the lily pad. That's why I love this Barely Art glue, because we have that little tiny tip and we can do whatever we want. I'm gonna hold it down. It's so adorable, you love it. Okay, we just have a couple of more steps and then we'll be done. We're going to choose some, I was thinking I wanted to use white, just because we have no white on here. But I'm thinking if I can find a good yellow, like maybe even the glitter, like the gold, might look good in the center. I like the centers to really pop. So I think the gold is where I'm gonna go with that. See? I think it's the gold. That's what I need. So I'm going to put that in the center here. Goes with that yellow really well. I'm going to use the same color dot on all of them. This one will be up under there, so good thing I popped that up so it fits perfectly. Ooh, look, I only had 3 gold big large buttons. Oh my goodness. I don't think we want to put them in that one. I just want to put them in those 3. I don't want to put them in these 2. Freezing. Ah! I almost think maybe I should have done, I'll show you. I should have done this little center right here for these 2. We might not be done. No, it's too big. I'm not a fan. Just for this project, I'm not a fan. But in general, I'm a fan. Let's see. What color would I want to put here and here? I don't have any more of the big golds, so... Oh, it's freezing? That's not good. I just don't think that works. You guys can put your 2 cents in if you want. Oh, wait a minute. What about dark purple? This is purple trio. This color is so perfect for these. I could put the dark purple in there or the light purple. He's the cutest bee out there. Aw, thanks. I don't know what I think about that purple. Somebody else can chime in. Oh, what about this one? Look at me. I just got all my dots out all over. This is the story of my life right here. What about this one? What do you guys think? Somebody chime in. Oh, I know. Maybe we could just put a clear one and then you can't even see it. I mean, you can kind of see it. It looks like it has a center, but it stays purple. I like that one. Let's do that one. Here we go. That will be an odd number. 3 and 2 more will make 5. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. Now we have our sentiments put on there still too. Dark purple in the middle. Oh, well, it looks like dark purple in the middle. It's not, but it looks like it. And maybe, I think once I put the sentiment on, I might put some of the really small clear ones on there as well, just to complete it. I just felt like the purple was a little bit too offset from that one, so I decided to go with the other one, which is no big deal, but the boogaloos, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. The boogaloos, the boogaloos. I remember that very much so. I was thinking I would put enjoy right here, because I think it's just super cute there. I'm gonna put it right. I think I'm gonna even turn it a little bit, make it. And then I think I'm gonna add a few more of these dots, just because, for grins. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can do 4 of them to make us uneven. And then I'm gonna put one on here, like a water droplet on the little there. Now it looks like a water droplet. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, you guys, this came out better than anticipated. I think I was hoping, but I was just guessing. Hey hun, can you fix this for me? I pulled the thing out by mistake. Okay, we forgot to do 2 things that we have to do real quick before I let you guys go for tonight. And I think we have, tomorrow is Thursday, so we have one more night. We could do something else tomorrow night. Any suggestions, questions? We could do clowns, voodoo dolls. Do you guys want to see the voodoo doll card I made the other day? It was super awesome. I have it here. I can show you. Sign and stamp. That's right. And I got to put the inside part on there too. So we got to put the inside so you can write a message, because not everyone that you give your cards to or send your cards to, or people buy your cards, or however you do it. I don't sell mine, but I used to, and they always wanted white on the inside so that the person who buys it can write in there, because not everybody has a white gel pen or any of that stuff. So you want to put white on the inside of your cards so everybody can write in it when they purchase them, which is a great idea for anyone who does that. Oh, you didn't think it would work? Thank you. See? We never know, but it's okay to fail too. So if it wouldn't have worked, we'd have come up with some alternative plan. But look at how stinking cute he is. Oh my gosh. I love him. You want to see my other card? You know I'm going to show it to you because you guys are my friends. Okay, this is the voodoo dolls. Well, they've been around for a little bit, but they're back in stock. They sold out really fast. Look. So it folds up like this. It says never too old to play with dolls. Isn't that cute? It stands up like this. These little things, you can turn them this way or this, whichever way, and they stands up like this. Isn't this cool? Right? Right, Pam? It's awesome. I was super proud of it. I think we're going to use it in the booth to show off the little voodoo dolls because they're just so stinking cute.
Halloween card.
Yours is already posted on the website, Danny. Yes, it is a die. Do you want me to tell you who makes the die? I actually have a million different shapes of this die because I love it so much. I don't do it all the time because it takes a little bit of time, but I do stinking love it. I'm not gonna lie. So it's called it's Elizabeth Craft Designs accordion oval die card. This is it. Isn't that cool? So it comes with this panel and then these little accents. And then if you want, you can buy extra panels so you can make these designs like I did on the outside. But I have stars. I have rectangles. I have fancy labels. Yes, I've lost my mind. I have circles. I have this one, the one that you can make these into ornaments. Then I have a gift card one. And I have a landscape one. And then I have several of these that just change the outside panel. But I stinking love these. And every now and then, like I've done some for people with like their name across it or whatever. But I just got it out specifically for the voodoo dolls just because I thought they were so fun. It folds up completely, size of an A2, slides in an envelope, and you can mail it to somebody. And when they open it up, it's like, woo! It's like Christmas. Anyway, I thought that was fun. That's why I decided to share that as well, because you guys are my friends and I talk to you, you know, Tuesday through Thursday. So I figured,
What's the name of the company again?
I could share it. It was made by Elizabeth Craft Designs. It was where I got mine, but this is the lady that makes it. You guys have probably even heard of her. Karen Berniston. Love this lady. She's got a great mind. Yeah. They're called Pop It Ups.
What's Cheryl asking about? How much can you tell?
Huh?
Cheryl was asking how much can you tell? What's she talking about?
Oh, how much were they? I can tell you if there's a price on one of them. I mean, I want to say they were somewhere around like $30 maybe. I mean, I bought them a long time ago. I know they still have some of them on the market, or you can find them in the Deal or No Deal. I've seen a few of them pop in there, but I own all of them. So I know all about them because they're my favorite. They started out as those big chunky dies. They're like this thick and square like this. That's the square one. And they never remade it in the slim line, and I still own that one. And then I went and bought every other one I could find because I liked them so much. So, yeah, that's how you can find them. Just Google, like, ring accordion or accordion rectangle or, you know, whatever, accordion dies, and you can find them and where to get them. But I think they're super cool. I hope you guys liked that little sneak peek of my voodoo dolls. So cute. And this was super fun. I'm glad it came out really well. I'm glad you guys hung in with me. I'm glad we didn't lose electricity. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. And I will see you guys here, same time tomorrow, same place, 9:30 Central Time, and we'll do something else. And I'm so glad I did flowers. I'm so happy because, you know, I don't usually do them. But I love them. My little bear on top of my glue. I love it. Okay. That's all I got for you guys tonight. Sleep well. Have a great evening. And I will see you here tomorrow night. Good night.